calling. For some people, it's the worst thing imaginable, worse than jumping out of an airplane. However, for others, it's the best thing imaginable. It provides financial freedom and a better way of life.
I'm not leaving.
Now, if you fall on the former end of the scale, this video is for you. Today, we're going to cover 5 ways that you can get over or stop or stop.
Think. Brain blast!
5 ways that you can get over your fear of cold calling, right? So let's go ahead and hop right into it. Okay, so the first one is having an abundance mindset. Guys, you have to have an abundance mindset, and that is important with anything you do in life, from personal life to business life to whatever other ways of life. You have to have an abundance mindset, because when you have an abundance mindset, especially when you're making these calls, you're able to get detach yourself, right, from the outcome. So you can detach yourself from a desired outcome, meaning that you're not so focused on this one call that if this one call doesn't go through, that you're emotionally drained and you're feeling like, why did I even do this in the first place? When you have this abundance mindset, you realize that it's not about making one call. It's not about even 2 calls. It's about as many calls as it needs to be until you get what you want out of that conversation, which is for them to sell their property. So you have to be willing to put that work in, and you have to realize you have to approach it with an abundance mindset, because when you have this abundance mindset, you are not attached, again, to them selling you their house. So when they don't sell you your house, then you're feeling like it was a failure. It was not a failure. You just get up and you call again. You call again and again and again until however long it takes for you to reach your desired outcome, all right? But the way, because sometimes you're calling these people and they're getting calls left and right, multiple calls a day.
Just give me some space.
So some people may be annoyed of you, but you have to put yourself in their shoes, which leads us to point number 2. When you put yourself in their shoes, guys, you are now, it slows your reaction time, right? So you don't have to just react when somebody tells you to shut the F up, stop calling me. You're not going to be so upset because you're like, wait a minute. Now, imagine yourself, right? Put yourself in their shoes. I'll guarantee you in this day and age, you probably get robocalls or unsolicited calls. They may not be asking you to sell your house, right? But they're probably asking you that, telling you just got a free trip somewhere or whatever else, right? Oftentimes, those calls are scams. So you need to be like, I'm not scamming these people. I'm genuinely helping these people. But I understand that they get a lot of calls a day. So if they're a bit irritated, then, I won't let that affect my mood. That's what you have to do. So make sure when you calling, be ready for people to come at you with all type of harsh words, right? Harsh words that I cannot say for the YouTube algorithm.
I need miles and miles and miles and miles and miles of space.
But be ready for them to tell you bad things about yourself, bad things about your life, and what else you should be doing in life. And just realize that, hey, it's probably not even me that they're upset with. They probably have something in their personal life going on. I'm probably interrupting their birthday dinner. Who knows what's going on? I'm going to just say, thanks for your time. Have a great day. That keeps you having that abundance mindset and keeps your momentum going and going and going, because when you're not stuck in, this one person telling you, to go, do things to yourself, when you're not focused on that, then you realize that, hey, it's an abundance mindset. That's just one person as to all the opportunities that I have in this world. So they are not going to affect my attitude while I'm making these calls, and they won't affect my effort to continue making these calls. All right. So that leads me to the next point, guys. The main thing here is do not take it personal. They don't know you, right? This is a random person. They don't know you. They don't know your company. They don't know anything about you. They only know what you tell them, first off. And second off, you don't take it personal to their responses. Again, you don't know what's happening in their day. They may have had something, come up in their day. Maybe their spouse woke them up on the bad side of the bed, right? Maybe, they woke up this morning and they received some bad news. Maybe they woke up this morning and didn't brush their teeth. I don't know, and neither do you. So do not take any of this stuff personal. It's all business. And with it being business, keep in mind, right? business is never personal, but this is a step back. You're not even in business with these people yet. So this is just on the surface. If they say no, hang up, on to the next one, right? They cuss you out, hang up, on to the next one. Keeping that great attitude and effort throughout the whole way through your calling session. Okay, so the main thing here, guys, if you are cold calling, you expect to see results, right? Oftentimes people start cold calling for maybe, a week, maybe 2 weeks, maybe even a month, and maybe even 2 months, and they do not see results. So they quit and they'll say, hey, it doesn't work. It's oversaturated. The people are saying they get too many calls a day. This process doesn't work. Wholesaling's fake. It's a scam. Whatever else they might say, right? That's just horrible things. It all just displays to their, for one, belief system, right? You have to believe in what you're doing, guys. If you do not believe in what you're doing, then you should not even be doing it. That's the main thing here. If you don't believe that cold calling works, don't even start cold calling because it won't work. But it only won't work for you because you don't believe it. It works for me and for lots of others because they believe in the process. So you have to believe in the process. And this one is twofold, guys, because the next step here on this on number 4 is you have to be disciplined, right? Like that's the main thing. When you have this belief, you got the abundance mindset, you putting yourself in their shoes, you're not taking any of it personal. But if you are not disciplined, you won't see results. No matter if that discipline takes, for some people a week, for some it takes 2 weeks, for some it takes a month, for some it takes 2 months. For me, it took 9 months of cold calling with a full-time job. And if you'd like to know, more about my real estate journey, go ahead and click that video below. I'll tell you about my whole real estate journey thus far. Even though it's been updated a bit. But guys, you have to be disciplined. Don't even start if you plan to stop. But here's the thing, that's the crazy part. Most people don't plan to stop, right? Most people don't say, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop 3 weeks in. If I don't see anything, I'm gonna stop. People don't see that. They don't want to take account for that. They just say, man, I'm about to get a deal. They start thinking about what the money that they can spend when they get the deal, the money they can save, what they can invest in, but they forget the step-by-step process. And the only way you accomplish that step-by-step process of eating dirt is be disciplined, be patient, but be disciplined, guys. You got to be disciplined. So being disciplined, what does that actually mean? Take a deep look real quick. Discipline, if you are, let's say, Monday you're calling 5 people, Tuesday you're calling 10 people, Wednesday you're calling 20 people, and then, Thursday you're calling 25, and then Friday's your big day, so you call 50 people. Guess what? You're working against yourself. You literally are working against yourself. That right there, it don't work. I'm not going to say it doesn't work because it can work for you, but in my experience, guys, like I said, it took me 9 months to get my first deal from cold calling real estate. Be disciplined. You look better calling 5 each day versus 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Call 5 each day and then work your way up to 10 each day. Then work your way up to 20 each day, right? And then go over 1 so you can multiply your results. Say if your stuff was 20 each day, then do just the extra bench press. Go ahead and go up 1 because that extra bench press, it multiplies your results. Read the compound effect. If that's another thing. But guys, be disciplined. If it's 5 a day, call 5 a day. If it's 10 a day, call 10 a day. I can't expect anything from you. I don't even know you, but I would suggest that you would go ahead and, set a minimum for yourself of calling 10 each day. If you feel like you can call more, only call 1 or 2 more. Don't go and call 20 more. There's no need for that. Don't go and call 10 because you're having a good day. Don't call 10 more. Don't call 20 more. Call 1 or 2 more every day. So 10 is your minimum, and then 1 or 2 more after that every day until you get that first deal. Your results will be maximized, and also you'll work your way up to where 10 is easy. Then you'll do 20, 30, 40. Be disciplined. Respect the process. All right. Last one, and truthfully, this is the most important. Know what you're going to say. You have to know what you're going to say when you're getting on these calls. That's how you are able to control the conversation. That's how you're able to get the desired outcome. And that's how you're able to save your time. So what happens is you may call somebody and, they may tell you, hey, D'Angelo, now is not a good time for me right now. And you may be like, oh, okay, well, just call me back later. Guys, that stuff don't work. You have to take control of the conversation. Instead of saying that, you say, oh, no worries, I'll make this fast. So no worries, I'll make this fast. Just call in to see if you're interested in selling the property on 123 Main Street. Tell them that, guys. And then you're controlling the conversation. The only way you know, to say that is because you know what to say. You have to know what you say before you get on this phone. Because if you don't, then they'll be controlling you. And they're controlling you, then at that point they're controlling your time as well. You have to be the one to maximize your time, which maximizes your profits within a desired time frame is what I'm saying. So, don't make your cold calling session go over an hour and you got no results to show for it. And the hour, that time came all from maybe there was a grandmother who, she sits at home all day. She's retired and she wanted to talk to you about how her grandkids just moved into the property and, her grandkids might be buying it, but she's not sure yet. But when she find out, she want to talk to her grandkids about it. And then she might give you a call back. And then how long have you been in business? Why do you do your business? A whole bunch of stuff. You will be surprised what these people the conversations they try to grab you into because they have nothing to do in their day. And it's no disrespect to all the, retired folks out there. Do your thing, but don't waste my time. And the way you make sure they don't waste your time is by knowing what to say. Now, if you're in this video, if you're familiar with me and my journey, like I said, it took me 9 months to get my first wholesale deal. I did start off at that 9 months. I was trying bandit signs. I was trying direct mail postcards. And then I, heard about cold calling, and I saw that, the expense for it was, minimum compared to direct mail. And also it just relied more on my hustle. So I had to invest time, but it was just relied on my hustle, and I can let my skills and, knowledge and all that shine when I actually, put everything together. And that's what I did. So since it being 9 months of getting my first deal, guys, I've been wholesaling real estate, investing in real estate full-time since February of 2019. So yeah, it's been like 2 years and about 4 months, 3 months, something like that. Full-time. I love it. So I love it so much that I've, dedicated myself since May of last year to actually share my journey and share my things, with you guys. So with you knowing what you're going to say, I actually wrote a whole course for you guys, Cold Call to Success, that you can go ahead and buy right now. And in this course, I tell you guys everything that I've learned within the last 2 years, 3 months of full-time real estate investing. I tell you guys everything that I learned from pushbacks, common seller pushbacks, what to say if your seller says, the owner is dead, what to say as the example that I gave you that, that the seller was in a bad time, what to say if it's not a good time for your seller, what to say if you answer the phone and nobody says anything. I tell you guys everything about what to say, and also mainly how to keep your business virtual. I'm here in Scottsdale, Arizona. I operate most of my business in Cincinnati, Ohio, about 90% of it. And it's completely virtual. It's been completely virtual for over 2 years. So, I guess about a year and a half it's been completely virtual. I moved out here in December of 2019. So, guys, man, you definitely would benefit yourself a lot if you went ahead and just got Cold Call to Success. The course, it costs $88.88, but you will freaking maximize your return as long as you go ahead and do the course and then implement it right away so you can get your mind used to what you're saying. So go ahead and get the Cold Call to Success course. And main thing here, guys, in review, have an abundance mindset. Put yourself in their shoes. Don't take their response personal. Be disciplined. And lastly, know what you're going to say. In other words, get to stepping. Whoa, and since you stayed through the whole video, I'd like to introduce you to the Between Me and You segment. And I'll give you one pro tip. So the pro tip here is if you come across a situation where you don't know what to say, so if for some reason you don't know what to say, you don't have an answer for the seller's question, you simply have to say, I'll speak with my purchase manager and get back with you. Now you have to include this third entity being your purchase manager, but your purchase manager is ultimately yourself. So it just gives you a deference. So instead of you saying, I don't know, you'll say, I'll speak with my purchase manager and get back to you. Now I go into deep detail a little more detail in that throughout a couple of other videos and also in the course. So yeah, guys, that's the pro tip in the between me and you segment. Now, since you stay this long, you might as well smash that like button and also subscribe. But smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm for yourself so you can learn more about how to get over your fear of cold calling and how to cold call real estate, all for free through YouTube University.